Pretty good.
Hey, this is Ashley with SUPERGORGE TV on IamSuperGorge.com, here with the wonderful Melanie Fiona.
Thank you.
Since your last album, The Bridge, debuted in 2009, what do you feel like is the biggest change in your life, career-wise and personally?
Career-wise, I feel like I found my place a little bit more as who I am and who I want to be.
Right.
You know, the first album was really new, and when you're a new artist, you're really finding yourself. Like, nobody comes out and really knows who they are yet.
Right.
I don't care what you got going on, and it may look like you got it. You're still figuring it out. And then even that, you're always trying to figure out ways to evolve. So, you know, for me, it was finding my footing, finding my place in the music industry, finding the people who were, you know, gravitate towards my music. And now that I've found that, and I've experienced what it takes to kind of have some success, it's maintaining that success and then surpassing it. So it's really just being more comfortable with myself, being able to express myself better, making better music, being a stronger performer, and just kind of, you know, setting myself aside from every other female artist that's out there.
Now with your sophomore album,
Yes.
The MF Life, which I love the title.
Thank you.
You have the lead single, Gone
And Never
Coming Back. I've gotten a lot of people asking me, like, you know, what do I think the song means? Is it about a breakup? Is it about somebody dying?
Exactly.
What's the meaning behind the song?
The meaning behind the song is that it's about life, it's about death, it's about loss, it's about love. For me personally, I've experienced both. I've experienced the hurt and the frustration and the anger of having somebody break your heart, really, and then having to be gone and never coming back from that situation. And that's a real thing that I think, you know, when you have to make a decision to do that, you almost have to commit to yourself. And that's really like where a lot of like my Purple Heart tattoo and my Purple Heart mentality comes in, just because when you make this is like my promise to myself to always be stronger and better, and that I'm brave.
Right.
And so whenever I find myself in those situations, I always remember the Purple Heart and why I promise. So thank you. So you know, it's about that, and it is about loss. You know, this year I watched my grandfather lose the love of his life after 61 years, and what that means to have someone gone and never coming back. And I know everyone out there has been in that situation where you either had to close a chapter or a chapter's been closed on you. And that's just real talk, and that's just why I channel my songs and my creative expression in emotion and rooted in that always.
With this new album, can we expect like a Toronto collabo with you and Drake?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I really am. He's busy, I'm busy, and we're really trying to get it done because, you know, deadlines are crazy, you know. He's working on his artists, he's working on his album.
Right.
But we've spoken about it. I mean, it's love. Like, he's totally down. It's just making it happen for us to be able to get the time to get in there and do it. So.
Over at I'm Supergorge, where we talk a lot about beauty, and
Yes.
a lot about hair.
Okay.
Like, I'm like hair crazy.
Okay.
And you have really good hair.
Thank you.
What's your hair secret?
Okay, my hair secret right now, which is not like the best representation because I'm in radio
But
mode.
it's still good.
Thank you.
though.
But let me tell you, a great haircut is the key to any
Right.
great hair. It just is. I have a great hairstylist that I work with. He cut my hair. His name is Keith Campbell. Call him the
Shout
hair.
out to Keith.
Shout out to Keith, the hair architect. He's amazing. I've never had someone cut my hair to the point that this is not done. Like, this is just
And you
take
can
it
still
out
go.
and just go.
Right.
And so I'm into a lot of great products. I'm big into deep conditioning.
That's
I
key.
love
Do you get
Kerastase products.
Is that the keratin treatment?
No, it's a Kerastase. It's a Kerastase hair mask,
Okay.
and it's in the white and orange container.
Okay.
It's called a Deep Intense Therapy Mask,
I'll
I
have to
think.
try it.
And it makes your hair feel like silk after. So I try to do that at least once a week if I can. Try to
Taking care of your hair is
yeah,
very
it's
important.
Very important. And then like for regular, like, you know, if I need some moisture, I love Moroccan oil. Moroccan
I
oil
just
is
started
really
using that.
It's so
Yeah.
good. It's so good. And then just trying to avoid heat as much as possible
Right.
wherever I can. So like, you know, sometimes I'll like flip the front and like leave
And
the
leave
back if I don't have to. Yeah.
Right. Also, we talk a lot about relationships.
Yes.
Are you dating, or is it like something that's on the back burner right now?
You know what? Love is always at the forefront of my life because it's the best inspiration for everything. So I always try to take inspiration from every experience, whether it's just some guy I'm talking to, or a guy that I've dated, a guy that I'm dating, a guy that broke my heart. But it is a really difficult thing to be able to date in this life that I'm living. It takes a very strong man
To deal with
me as a woman on my own, and then me as a woman and being an artist. Because you know, some guys have already come and gone just because they can't keep up and they can't handle. And I consider myself to be a good girl, But, you know, some guys don't, they can't handle the fact of the girl or the woman being away.
Being away and being in charge.
And being in charge of themselves.
Today on Twitter, you had a question you posted, like, if you could block someone in your life, who would it be? Who would you, like, block in your life?
I would block all the people that I've already blocked on Twitter. And you know who you are. Because I don't entertain negative garbage. But it's just, if I had to block, I would really just block. It's just negative people in general. It just people who ignorance, just are based in ignorance. Just are either afraid to think outside of themselves or accept people who think outside of what they think. I don't really appreciate that because I try to be very open, and I feel like that's the only way to be. It just, you know, being with
being negative is like so played out.
That's
my motto on my
it's so played out, and it's just like. It's just like people who have nothing else to do but be negative are doing it because they have their own issues.
Exactly. And they think that will make them feel better. It doesn't make you look better.
No, it doesn't make you look better. And so I'm just always about promoting positivity and keeping it real. And I just, you know, I don't respond to those types of things. And I just
Speaking of positivity, we always like to leave our guests, our listeners, with an empowering message for women.
Yeah.
So what would be your empowering message for women?
I think my empowering message for women would just be to be true to who you are. I've learned that in this music industry, so many people have tried to change me to be more like other female examples out there, and that's just not who I am. So I feel like find what it is that makes you feel beautiful. Find what it is that makes you feel confident. If that's intelligence, if that's love, if that's family, and that's helping people, whatever that is, don't ever dim that for anybody. Because for some reason, people have a real problem when women are too advanced.
Don't dumb yourself down.
Like, never dumb yourself down. If you are really intelligent, speak that way. If you feel really beautiful, don't ever dim that. If you're super tall, don't ever bend down in a picture.
Don't ever bend down in a picture, and never wear flat shoes.
And never wear flat shoes. Never. Stand tall. I just feel like beauty and confidence comes from within, and if you show that and exude that from yourself, then you can command that from other people. So don't ever compromise who you are in here, because at the end of the day, when you lie down at night and you look at yourself in the mirror, you think about yourself, you want to be proud of the decisions you made, because you made them for yourself and not for someone else. So I just feel like just stay true to that.
Thank you so much for sitting down and talking to me. Just let everybody know when they can get the MF Life.
The MF Life is happening every day, but the album is coming summer-ish. Early, mid, late, Indian, summer. It's coming. But until then, live your MF life. I appreciate your support. Thank you.